For women over 55, relationships and dating might feel a little different. You might find yourself wondering, am I just a convenient option, or does he truly see my value? It is exhausting to fear feeling used, to worry about giving your heart only to be taken for granted. You deserve better. Many women assume that they need to find a missing piece to complete their lives, but the truth is, you are already complete. You have survived the storms, and you have built a beautiful life. You are not dating to be rescued. You are simply deciding who is worthy enough to share your empire. You are the prize. Making a man see you as a true keeper has nothing to do with being perfect. It is about a rare kind of energy. Let's explore the 4 undeniable traits that will shift you from being just a casual option to becoming a queen he simply cannot replace.
Think about this for a moment. Imagine a woman named Eleanor. She is 57, financially independent, and truly comfortable in her own skin. Her children are grown, and her home is finally quiet. She meets Richard, a charming man, 62 years old. The initial attraction is undeniable. He says all the right things, he holds the door, and their physical closeness feels electric. But then the subtle red flags begin to appear. He avoids talking about future plans, his business stories never seem to add up, and somehow Eleanor always finds herself paying for dinner. Now, most people misunderstand this situation. They would fear losing this handsome man. They might use little white lies to pretend they do not care about the money. They might compromise their own boundaries just to keep the physical intimacy alive. Stop chasing. But Eleanor possesses the queen's mindset. She understands her self-worth. One evening, when Richard smoothly tries to pass the bill to her again, she does not get angry. She does not cause a scene or demand an explanation. She simply looks at him with complete nonchalance and sets a firm boundary. She clearly states that financial transparency is a requirement for her time. He will notice. When Richard becomes defensive, trying to manipulate the situation, Eleanor does something incredibly powerful. She just smiles, a gentle, almost cold smile. She politely finishes her wine and calmly walks away. She does not argue. She does not cry. She simply withdraws her energy. And in that exact moment, Richard is stunned. He realizes he cannot manipulate her. Subconsciously, his entire perception of Eleanor shifts. She is no longer a convenient option. She is a fortress. Her emotional stability completely disarms him. By refusing to tolerate his behavior, she forces him to respect her. Have you ever wondered if...
The wisdom of the next button. You are giving too many chances to men who have not earned them. Many women assume that patience is the key to a good relationship, but at this stage in our lives, patience without boundaries is just self-sabotage. Let us talk about the first undeniable trait of a queen, the wisdom of the next button. Do not settle. When we were in our 20s or 30s, we might have spent months or even years trying to fix a broken man. We hoped our love could change him. But for women over 55 with grown children and quiet homes, our most valuable asset is our time. Discipline at this age is no longer about just holding back physical intimacy. It is about the speed at which you recognize a red flag. It is the profound ability to walk away. Think about my friend Linda, a beautiful widow at 60. She met David, a man who constantly canceled plans at the last minute. Instead of making excuses for him or waiting by the phone, Linda simply pressed the next button with complete nonchalance. She did not write a long emotional paragraph. She just withdrew her energy. Protect your peace. The truth is, no matter how much a man tries to hide it, when he sees that you are willing to walk away instantly, his subconscious behavior shifts. He realizes you are not desperate for attention or just any companion to fill the silence. You fiercely protect your peace. You refuse to spend 6 months on a man who only deserves 6 minutes. Because a true keeper knows her self-worth. She knows that every moment spent with the wrong man keeps her away from the right one. And this realization brings us to something even deeper.
Radical honesty.
One of the biggest mistakes women make is believing they need to hide their past to be loved. We were taught to present a perfect version of ourselves, especially for women over 55 who carry the weight of a long marriage ending or the beautiful complexity of grown children. We tend to use little white lies. We soften our financial boundaries just so we do not scare a new man away. Speak your truth. Let us talk about the second undeniable trait: radical honesty. Honesty at this stage of life is not a confession. It is a ruthless filter. Think about Susan, 58 years old. She met Michael, a man who seemed charming but vague about his intentions. Instead of pretending she was perfectly fine with his casual dating style, she laid her cards on the table. She told him clearly that she expects true emotional intimacy and complete financial transparency. She did not say it with anger or desperation. She spoke with complete nonchalance, deeply rooted in her self-worth. Psychologically, radical honesty is terrifying to a man who only wants to play games. His subconscious behaviors will immediately reveal his true intentions. If he is just looking for a convenient option, your absolute truth will feel like too much work. He will naturally eliminate himself from your life, and that is exactly what you want, because a queen does not have the energy to decipher mixed signals. She speaks her truth and lets the wrong men fall away, leaving space only for the one who is brave enough to step up. Have you ever noticed that?
Emotional stability. The most high-value men, the ones who are truly ready for a commitment, absolutely run away from drama. At this stage in our lives, we have all survived our share of chaotic relationships. We have raised children, navigated the end of long marriages, and weathered the storms of life. A quality man in his late 50s or 60s is simply exhausted by volatility. Maintain your center. This brings us to the third undeniable trait: unshakable emotional stability. Consider Rachel, an elegant woman at 61. She found out the man she was seeing, John, was still active on a dating app. Years ago, she might have sent an angry text message, she might have cried, or demanded a long explanation. But a queen understands that emotions are just warning signals, not drivers for her behavior. Instead of reacting, Rachel responded with complete nonchalance. She calmly told him that their dating goals no longer aligned, and she simply wished him the best. Psychologically, this level of calm is incredibly powerful. His subconscious behaviors are completely disarmed. A man expects anger when he is caught in a lie. He secretly hopes you will fight for him because it feeds his ego. Do not feed it. Your quiet composure tells him everything he needs to know about your self-worth. You do not need to raise your voice because your sudden absence is the loudest statement you can make. True emotional intimacy can only grow in a safe and stable environment, and you are proving that your mind is a fortress. But what happens when you combine this firm boundary with a heart that remains entirely open? The truth is,
Iron-clad kindness. Kindness is often misunderstood in the dating world. Many women assume that if they are just sweet enough, accommodating enough, a man will eventually realize their value. But at our age, we must understand the difference between people-pleasing and iron-clad kindness. True kindness is your nature, not a currency you use to buy love. You cannot buy love. Think about Martha, a vibrant woman at 63. She was dating a man who started taking her generosity for granted. He would show up late and expect her to rearrange her schedule for him. Martha did not become bitter. She did not stop being a warm and loving person, but she applied an iron-clad boundary. She politely told him that she was no longer available for his last-minute plans. She smiled, wished him well, and gracefully stepped back. Studies have shown that this combination of warmth and strict boundaries is intoxicating. When a man experiences your kindness, but realizes it does not mean he has full access to your life, his subconscious behaviors shift immediately. He sees that you are polite to the entire world, but your inner circle is an exclusive fortress. You do not use anger to protect yourself. Your self-worth is so high that you protect your peace with absolute nonchalance. You are a safe harbor for true emotional intimacy, but only for the man who earns the right to dock his ship there. This level of self-mastery naturally leads us to look inward.
Think about this for a quiet moment. I want you to be completely honest with the woman looking back at you in the mirror. How much of your true self are you currently hiding just to keep a man comfortable? As women over 55, we have spent decades accommodating others. We have smoothed over arguments, we have swallowed our own needs, and we have twisted ourselves into knots just to keep the peace. But at what cost to your beautiful soul? You matter most. Ask yourself right now, when was the last time you dared to say no? When was the last time you set a firm boundary and did not immediately apologize for it? It is a painful question to answer. I understand, because I've heard this question countless times from women who carry a deep fear of the empty silence. That quiet house can sometimes feel overwhelming. But I want you to look closely at the men you are allowing into your life. Are you holding on to a relationship because it brings true emotional intimacy and undeniable value to your days? Or are you just holding on because you are terrified of the empty space on the other side of the bed? It is okay to admit the truth. We all crave connection. But an empty space is much safer than a space filled with the raw energy. An empty space is simply a throne waiting for its queen. It is where you rebuild your standards. It is where you remember your deep self-worth. And it is the only place where true clarity begins. Because when you finally face that truth, you realize that you deserve a love that makes you feel cherished. You are no longer willing to accept a temporary romance. Being a true keeper has nothing to do with proving your worth to a man. It is about deciding if he has earned the privilege to step into your kingdom. You are the prize. It is time to stop chasing and start choosing. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever walked away from a man because he failed to respect your boundaries? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe for more insights on relationships and human behavior. Thank you for watching, and remember, your peace is your ultimate power. I will see you in the next video.